comet, destiny arrives all the same.
Mama said,
And now,
there'll be days just like this. Come on. Who running?
What more
Who
do
running?
you want from me?
Hey, let's get it. All right. And as the room fills all the way up, be sure, and I mean just that, be sure to hit the like, share this content. Let a friend or that neighbor know where to go when it's time to tune in to Cowboys Sports Talk and beyond. Come on. Give me a 1 in the chat if the audio's straight. Come on. Give me a 1, baby. All right.
All I ask.
That's all I ask, baby. Where my dogs at? Come on. Life like this, I wish raindrops would fall. Come on, baby. Hey, yo, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come on. All right. Let's get it. All right. Let's go. What's good with you all? Appreciate everybody for tuning in. The name is Law Nation. Without hesitations nor deviations to the matter, be sure to hit the like, share this content, let a friend or that neighbor know where to go when it's time to tune in to Cowboys Sports Talk and beyond. If this your first time ever being here, be sure to hit the like, share this content, and let people know, again, you know, hey, this dude Law Nation, man, he talk Cowboys football. And yeah, shout out to you, Saiton. Appreciate your Action Power. Appreciate you, Perry. Appreciate you, Jay Business, man, Biz Naives. Appreciate y'all, man. It is what it is. We have been in a real crazy storm, and it's been crazy. I'm going to tell y'all that, you know, the lights were shaking. The world was moving over here in Dallas. But we alive, baby. We alive. We are. We alive. Yes, indeed. All right. So with that being said, JB2, appreciate you. Shout out to you, Italian. Appreciate you. Shout out to you, Alpha Red. Thank you for jumping in. And I appreciate everybody for tuning in to these type of things. And no, Louis, I don't have a sweater on today. No, I don't have a sweater on. But I would tell you all, I'm cool, calm, and collected over here. Shout out to you, T-Mo419 for your mom. Appreciate you. Shout out to you, Sadiq Charles. Appreciate you for jumping in. Sean Day says, tell me something good. Well, here's the thing. The Dallas Cowboys are in a situation that they nothing changed. The Dallas Cowboys still looking at this like, we're going to wait for these leaves to fall. That's a principle of ours, right? We're going to wait for the leaves to fall. Hopefully, man, this rain and shook enough trees, man, so that the leaves can fall. The craziest thing of it all, this is not fall. This is the time when everything grows and you just go and continue to grow. So the leaves may not fall. But to use that as an analogy, Cowboy Nation, it is what it is. Citing with the first super chat says, Stephen J., which is Jones, has Diddy-like skeletons in his closet. Yeah. Hey, I can't be the one that can leak out those things, man. All I can say is, man, shout out to Jones family and everything, man, what they got going on. I ain't gonna tell you what he got in his closet. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, I don't have any bone in this doggone fight, and y'all know how this thing goes with all of this. You know, they. Ain't nobody gonna come to help me, ain't that right? And who can do it like me?
Nobody, baby. And who can do it like me?
Nobody.
Who can give me what you need?
Nobody. Yeah. And you gotta put a ledge on there, man. You can't just throw out allegations like that, man. You know, there are lawsuits and laws that can come out to affect a lot of people in a wrong situation, and it could be devastating. But neither here nor there. Appreciate you for your support. I would tell you that's the Dallas Cowboys. First and foremost, let's listen in to this audio about what they said about CeeDee Lamb.
Who's waiting and really with a vested interest on this Jefferson deal to get done?
It's CeeDee Lamb. He's the guy. He's considered a top receiver just like Jefferson. Dallas Cowboys want to pay.
Who's waiting and really with a vested interest on this Jefferson deal to get done?
It's CeeDee Lamb. He's the guy. He's considered a top receiver just like Jefferson. Dallas Cowboys want to pay him at some point, but they know that he's probably waiting on Jefferson to sort of reset that market. Then Lamb can come in somewhere, landing his plane either behind Jefferson or somewhere close to him. Problem here is the Cowboys got to pay Dak Prescott and figure that out. He's got a $61 million cap hit. So the feeling is they'll eventually try to address Prescott.
All right, so when you're waiting for those leaves to fall and you're waiting for all of those things to come around, here's the craziest thing of it all, ladies and gentlemen. The Dallas Cowboys, the longer you wait, regardless of the situation, it's going to cost more money. It's going to cost more and more money because of the fact that that's just how things goes. The Dallas Cowboys were at a situation and scenario that they could have gotten Dak Prescott for cheaper, right? They could have received a cheaper deal even with some of the other players that they have on this team. But by it being a situation that this particular team likes to wait, that cap hit is going to continue to grow. Yeah, so that's just how it is. The cap hit, Ryan Mitchell said the cap hit is not $60 million. No, it's not. Yeah, it's not. It's not. It's not going to be $60 million. And they be off with the numbers, yeah. So what I want to do here is play my guy audio, man, that he talked about the other day. Shout out to my guy, Boss Cowboy Sports, about Dak Prescott.
Through all 4 years of a fourth-round contract, Dak was already super team friendly to Dallas by playing 4 years and not holding out with a bottom salary. Top production with a bottom salary. See, that's what aggravates me about this fake, phony rant. When you listen to this rant, it's phony, it's fake.
I saw that Dak Prescott says he doesn't play for money. Okay. Well then, Dak, don't play for money then. Don't. You have a perfect opportunity right in front of you. You have 1 year left as a Dallas Cowboy. Play out this year in your contract.
Listen
and then
up.
Go to your agent and say, I want to stay a Cowboy. I want to be a Cowboy for life. And I want to be a Cowboy for way less money. Give me the Brady deal. Give me the discounted deal.
See, this is the worst part about this fake, phony outrage. The worst part about this fake outrage, this phony outrage, is Dak already did that for your Dallas Cowboys. Where all his counterparts was paid in year 3, he played through his contract all 4 years. Hence why he was way less than people that he was clearly better than. And they got the nerve to sit there with this pious, false outrage like Dak just talking. He is not just talking. And when you got a quarterback who's already proven that he's unselfish, I'm not going to stand back and let these dudes paint him that way so even more Cowboy fans can become angry over a lie.
I love the way Boss kind of put that together. You know, we live in a such a toxic world that we're looking for the thing of, hey, man, I'm just ready to move on. Anybody but Dak Prescott. I'm old enough to remember, you know, back in the days, Jeff Heath was in that category, right? And to a degree, the media is so sharp with their approach to this. You know, D. Law's in that category. Ezekiel Elliott was in that category. He left and now he's back. You know, who else in that category? Anybody but, you know, anybody but Dak. The other guy that was in that category to a degree was Amari Cooper. Oh, man, you know, Amari Cooper, terrible, man. He always hurt. Anybody but him, man. Let's bring in another true wide receiver. It was so many things that people was fighting for, saying that, hey, he's not the number one wide receiver because the other teams are doing other things with their wide receiver, right? Who remember that? And then it became like he left and they were like, hey, can you bring him back? Anybody but this other dude that we had, Noah Brown and T.Y. Hilton and everybody else that we didn't really get a chance to really see the fullness of this offense, because as soon as it's time to pay, and if you're not on the program with the Cowboys, they will make you public enemy number one. Public enemy number one is a better way to say it. So now I think that this whole situation is fall upon the Dak Prescott, you know. Yeah, Jeff Heath ended a man's career. I feel you on that. He's better paid. They better pay Lamb. Yeah, Boss was on point. This is confident Cowboy fan. Yeah. Chom cheated for rings. I feel you, Chris Davis. Yeah. So here's the thing. The Dallas Cowboys heading into this season, this offseason, and getting ready for training camp, there have been glowing reports of other players stepping up, right? And we need guys to step up to be afloat with this particular team when we think of everything in general. I'm telling you, the best way to get in front of this is paying these guys early. The problem is when the Cowboys decide not to do these things, you become a problematic or a system of problems of overpay. And I remember James, y'all said with me, Washington. Yeah. All right, here it is from my guy who's talked about these topic lines before, and his name is David Hellman.
Dave, will Dak Prescott make the Cowboys regret not extending him? Because that's where we are right now.
Yeah, I mean, I think he would, because he's already done it. That's the cool thing. Like, when you've got a relationship that's gone as long as Dak and the Cowboys, we have previous history that we can refer to. Dak has already done this. The Cowboys played the wait-and-see game with him. They tagged him. They weren't convinced. $40 million. It's crazy how cyclical this all is. $40 million, that sounds like too much money. Now it's 60, because they already paid him 40 because they played the wait-and-see game. And the crazy thing to me that I want everybody to remember, and I've said it before on this show, Dak had the worst thing that could possibly happen to him happen the last time he got into this situation. He got hurt 5.5 games into the season, shredded his leg, the type of injury where you're worried about how well he's going to recover. And what happened, guys?
Got paid.
He got paid, and he won the deal to a crazy degree. I'm going to make it my goal to always talk about that. He got the $40 million. He got the $160 million deal. And then on top of that, he got a no-trade clause and a no-tag clause, which is why we're in this situation right now where the contract doesn't end until March, but we're here in May, and it feels like a five-alarm fire. Like, we got to get this guy paid. Because if they don't before the season starts, he's probably gone. So do I trust Dak to do that again? coming off of an all-pro season, coming off of the first time in his career where he was part of the MVP conversation. He's just now turning 31. Yeah, I absolutely expect that he will make them regret that because he's either going to leave or he's going to be just as expensive as we already thought, if not more. Those are the two places I see this going.
No doubt, no doubt. The man is speaking nothing but the truth. And at this point, when you think of it all, ladies and gentlemen, there's no way to run from this. The only thing that you can say, and I know the offseason is long, but the only thing that you can say, ladies and gentlemen, would be if you don't want to see him in the silver and blue with the star on the side of the helmet, you, from the haters aspect, you got to expect him to fall flat on his face. You got to hope for the worst, not for the best, unfortunately. And you don't do that. You definitely don't do that. So these are the options. You got to play out this season, right? And then you got to put unbelievable, unreachable expectations on the table because you are only leaning on one thing to happen: Super Bowl or bust. And getting there will not save you. Ultimately, you got to win. That's just how it goes. And when you create that type of an environment, it's just rough and difficult to go through that. Well, there are other players and other teams that do that. Well, name me. Name me those players and teams that operate like this. You can't find it. Now, the news is Trey Lance, Trigger Trey, he's been performing and he looked pretty good. We talking about OTAs, right? The other side of it is the defensive room. We got new coaches in the building, and they are teaching these boys proper techniques. They're getting these guys ready. Not saying that they didn't have proper techniques in the past, but it's just one of those things. Here's how it goes from here. The Dallas Cowboys. The two reservations that I had last season, well, this season, that I said that I want the Cowboys to improve at is 1, stopping the run. 2, would be literally running the ball. If you can identify those two areas, then baby, things can go. When Goff went to the Super Bowl, he had 1 touchdown and in the run. Let me reread that again. Shout out to you, troops. Saiton, appreciate you. He says when Goff went to the Super Bowl, he had 1 touchdown in the run. Or in that run, right? He had 1 touchdown in that run. You know what? Here's the other thing that people don't quantify on that Rams team. Who was on that Rams team, ladies and gentlemen? Who is one of the guys that probably shouldn't even have to wait 5 years before they give him a gold jacket? And what were the DBs on that team, too? Because I know that you talk about the year they went to the Super Bowl, they lost to the Rams, I believe. The Rams lost to the Patriots, right? You talking about that year that Goff went to the Super Bowl. They beat us, right? Yeah, they had Aaron Donald. But here's how things get so convoluted, lost in space or what have you. People tend to, and I'm not using this as an excuse, to only remember the quarterback. Right? They're going to remember the quarterback. Even if the credit don't even deserve to be given to that said quarterback. Once you get to the Super Bowl, they're going to always remember that quarterback. They will. People still remember Brad Johnson. They can't name either other wide receivers all of Keyshawn Johnson outside of Keyshawn Johnson that was on that team. They can't name me all of the defensive players. They remember Brad Johnson, right? Man, people going to always remember Nick Foles, right? And that's for the Eagles. People going to always remember that doggone quarterback, man. Trent Difford, they're going to remember all of that. Who the wide receiver was, man? I don't know, but man, Trent Dilfer got him a Super Bowl ring. Shoot. Over a period of years, man, it's just what it is. So, and I give it what he's saying too, though. You know, I'm just looking at it like this. This is the ultimate team sport. I had somebody on the X app the other day. They compared what Luka Doncic did the other night and said, man, if Dak can only do that in the big time moments in big games. Two different sports. On top of that, Luka can't do it by himself. They got a whole Kyrie Irving over there. Let me know in the chat, was Kyrie Irving homegrown there, or was he an acquisition for the Mavs? Let me know in the chat. You know, so even in basketball, you still got to make some type of major acquisitions. You got Joe Flacco, you knew him, yeah. I feel you. So here we go right here. Hey, I got my guy, Mr. Wright, Antoine. Appreciate you, man. Law Nation, how do we feel this gap in the fan base? We either gonna blame the defense or the offense or certain players. So how can we critique the team without pointing out one person? The lowest common denominator always would be the quarterback, right? People gonna always look at the quarterback. And I get that, right? Just like what's good for the goose is good for the gander, right? You see people, for example, they give a lot of credit to Troy Aikman. But those who were alive that watched every game really know that, hey, Troy Aikman was a part of a machine, a part of a team. That by himself, he would not been able to win any of those Super Bowls. Those who old enough to remember, they understood how valuable 22 was for this team. They understood how valuable coaching was, because even with the front five that everybody talk about, none of those guys were drafted early in the first round, draft picks. These were all guys that the coaching staff developed and was able to get these boys afloat. Yeah. So this is how it's always going to be like that, right? I remember vividly people were saying Jim Kelly is a better quarterback. Judd Elway is a better quarterback. Marino is a better quarterback. Montana is a better quarterback. Steve Young a better quarterback, right? So that's just how it goes. But we had the better team. Team's going to win it. The other part of it is that, you know, by it being such a long time of the Cowboys not being successful, right, in the postseason, they're looking for everything to blame. But primarily it's going to go on the quarterback. Because the average person don't know if Brady Cook stopped his feet on their route and it was picked off, on how the momentum swing was. They just say, hey, the quarterback threw that INT. The quarterback can't go into the season throwing, or the postseason throwing 2 INTs. They don't give a dog about the context of the matter. They look at it and they say, hey, the quarterback was the reason why the Cowboys lost. Not the defense allowing on the ground 8.5 yards before contact. Yeah. Shout out to Eastside Harold. And appreciate him for jumping in. There's always a thing called sophomore slumps too. You see, it's easier to give credit to a quarterback for doing something in 1 year, right? Consistency is major. Now you're leaning on the hopes that CJ will be able to do better things he did his previous year. But just like life, man, storm is going to come. Old folks say either you going into a storm or you coming out of one. And old folks will, put OF in the chat, man. Old folks be right. You know, shoot. The thing is, you got to continue to move. And there's storms heading down there in Texans land, right? Everything is not going to be peaches and creams for him. There's injuries is always going to be around, and it's how you battle and come through that mentally. But fan base got it very much twisted, right? Because here's how it is. A team with a proper game plan would make C.J. Stroud look pedestrian. His last game, he threw a QBR of 33 or 34 or something like that. Just to make this as perfect for you guys to understand the goodness and the grace and mercy that the Texans will get, nobody's going to care about that. Because they the Texans. Nobody's going to say, hey, man, they couldn't move the ball. That's why the final score, can somebody put the final score down? The Texans versus the Ravens. Right? Can somebody put that final score down in the chat? And was it a blowout? Yeah, yes or no? You know. But nobody cares about that. Oh, God, Elijah says only fans. Yeah. Yeah, what was that final score? So, the key is, ladies and gentlemen, is being able to grow and develop your team. Understand your weaknesses of your team. Last season for the Cowboys, 2 areas that we had very much tangible issues with. Running the ball and stopping the run. Yeah, appreciate you, Martin. 34-10. That's a blowout. If they played that team first, then everybody would have been checking off boxes of saying, hey, man, that team, man, they made it all the playoff. Man, it was a good story, but they got whooped. But they managed to beat the brakes off the Cleveland Browns, right? Who had their backup quarterback in, right? Who had issues themselves. We'll see them week 1. So it is what it is. But every team got issues. Every team got problems. Outside of Kansas City Chiefs. They're the only team that can talk noise right now. 3 consecutive years, man. Is it 4 years in a row they've been to the Super Bowl? Help me out, y'all. 4 years in a row. Yeah. 38-10, something like that. Esau says he's looking for cherry points, like close at halftime. Yeah. Close in the first quarter, you know. Yeah, I mean, good Lord. It's called a great front office, but here's it's also called the media not poking at them. No one is having a worse offseason right now than the Chiefs. Just Google it, what they got going on in the offseason. But let them have a silver and blue and a star on the side of the helmet. Shh. Let Rice been here for the Cowboys. He could have been on our practice squad. It would have been on all pages of the front page news. Literally. Yeah. Some people don't even know what happened. You know what I'm saying? Look, Rice, Rashee Rice, because he's playing for the Kansas City Chiefs and he lives in Dallas, somebody said, hey, man, that Dallas Cowboy kid got to get better, man. Hey, he went to Dallas, He was in Dallas when it happened. Shoot. My guy, Mr. Wright, says, my last question here, why we, the fans, getting away from sometimes the best defense is ball control when you need a Zeke type to get those nasty runs and exhaustions. It makes anyone bend. Yeah, I mean, if you get back to that brand and style of football, that could work. Controlling the ball, controlling the time of possession. But they also said you gotta move the chain. You got to have the ability to move the chain. The Cowboys still got to have the ability to move the chain. And if they don't, then we'll be in trouble once again. You still got to have the situation to move the chain. I think that the Cowboys, not just by Zeke alone, will be able to be better in that department, but from a theory of Solari working with his front five and getting them more and more opportunities to do such, that should be a thing. With the hopes of getting Trayvon Diggs back, that should be a real thing, right? With the hopes of sliding my guy Bland back inside the nickel there, that should be a thing of helping stopping the run, right? Or whoever will be our other outside corner. I'm hearing that my guy Bland want to stay on the outside. Yeah. So I think everything will work its way out. And here's the other thing, ladies and gentlemen. Let's not get it twisted. We talk about things that the Cowboys should improve at or improve on, but the other thing is that the Dallas Cowboys offense collectively, we still finish. I truly believe we still finish damn near close to being the number one offense in the league. If not, we were the number one offense. Y'all let me know. Help a brother out. Help me out. I think we were. And it's my guy Brandon. He's a good follower on the X app. He says since 2019, there are only 3 quarterbacks who have had 3 seasons of 30 touchdowns or more, and it's Pat Mahomes, Josh Allen, and Dak Prescott. And every time we bring up these names, they gonna say, "Hey, one of these guys don't belong." And trust me, it's DP, huh? That's what everybody say. Dak Prescott don't belong in that conversation, man. Oh my God, he don't belong in that conversation. But neither here nor there. Let me segue over to one of our sponsors here, and I want to give a shout out to them. They've been rolling with us all this season, and it's Prize Picks. Anthony Edwards. This is what we have down here on the docket here. Let me slide down to this one. I got Luca and I got Anthony for a power play, $100 with the chance and opportunity to get $300. Shout out to you, Jara. It said New Media. So click that link right there, and you can play along with us. 100% of your deposit match up to $100 will be applied to you when you download. And on top of that, you can utilize these promo selections that's auto-picked for you from Stephen A. Smith and Sarah Flex Plays right there. Check her out, and you can go and get all of that great stuff done for you. You still got some time to click right on in. And then on top of that, today is Taco Tuesday, so they got special promotions for that as well. So shout out to Prize Picks. You could be in the mix as well. And on top of that, ladies and gentlemen, what I really want to do, since we're coming off of this great recognition to all of the veterans, man, that fought and died for this country, man, give a moment of silence for them, because they put in some hard work, man, for us to stay and be one of the best countries in this world, the United States. Let's give a moment of silence right quick for all of my soldiers and all what they do. This is brought to you by Prize Picks. No joking matter. Let's go with it. Appreciate all my soldiers, man. If you're a vet, man, in the house, man, let me know. And salute the services out here, man. God bless all of y'all, man. Appreciate all of the soldiers out here, the vets. Yeah. And let me know if y'all had a great weekend this past weekend. I know I my brother came into town, and I had my other brother to come into town. We had some great times, great moments. Went to go see some good movies and everything. Appreciate everybody, man, and salutes the services. Let's go. Let's go. All right. And David says, fans think that this is 2016 Zeke. Nah, man, Zeke gonna bring the wood that we need. Pause if necessary, right? No Eddie and all of that. You know, he's gonna bring the wood, you know, or the hammer that we need, man. We needed a hammer last year, man. I like Rico. I like Tiny Deuce Vaughn. But man, if it's 3rd and 2, something like that, and we need 2 yards, man, look, let me have in the backfield, let me order Ezekiel Elliott or Royce Freeman. You know, let me order them two, man, juxtaposed to a Rico. And I like Rico. I like Rico. Yeah. I like Rico and all what he brings to the table. But, man, let me order some of that, man, or Tiny. Look. You put Tiny Deuce Vaughn in the backfield. That's cool and all, you know. But give me some hammers, man. We got a lot of nails, man. Yeah. Zeke falls forward for 2 yards. Yeah. And Hunter Luepke, I'm not forgetting about him. Nor am I forgetting about this dude right here, Snoop. I'm not forgetting about these boys. Yeah, I'm not forgetting about these guys at all. That's why I really would love to see pure competition when training camp come around. The problem is, ladies and gentlemen, when you think about all of this, is that we don't need to see Royce Freeman in preseason. And we don't need to see Ezekiel Elliott in preseason. We don't. We know what them tires look like. We need to save them treads on them tires. Remember, the offseason is long. And I'm putting my bottom dollar on that we are playing more than 17 weeks this year. We're going to play more than 17 games. We're going to the playoffs. We're a playoff team. If 4 is healthy, let me see if I can pull this up right quick. If number 4 is healthy, this is what he brings to the table. Shout out to Nick with the stat. Dak Prescott is the king of the NFC East. 12-2 versus New York. 9-4 versus the Eagles. Washington team, he's 11-12. He's 32-8, give or take. We going to the playoffs, man. The only people that don't believe in Dak are some of the Cowboy fans. There are Giants fans, Eagles fans, and Washington fans. They believe in Dak more than you do. They know what's coming. Have it ever occurred to you all that's why they talk about us badly? Because they fear us in the physical form. Let it be known we troublesome, baby. Yeah. Team America, yeah, win in January. Yeah, who we looking for? That's what's it. Hey, my guy said Bradshaw was trash in playoffs and he had 4 Super Bowl rings. Hell, Eli got 2 rings. Yeah, so let's go. Eli got two rings. And I don't got Eli better than Tony Romo. But Eli was on a...
You are the only participant in the conference.
Eli was
All
on a whole
participants are muted.
lot better situation here. For those 2 rings he got. The phone line is open. 657-390-7391 is the hotline for your mind. Call on in and get on in. Get your seat ready. And we would definitely love to hear your thoughts on all what we said today. The phone lines are brought to you by Prize Picks. But before we get into the mix, I want to give a special shout out to a Rogue Shop, man. salute to Rogue Shop, man. We appreciate them on all what they do. Use promo code LAW, and when you download or even when you go to rogueshop.com, they have plethora of items that you can select and use from. Especially, they are the #1 CBD oil and as well usage that you can find in these United States of America, believe it or not. So check out rogueshop.com and let me know if my audio is straight. I forgot when I do that. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Let's go. And let's go. Seiton says Nathaniel Pete has skill set that others don't. He's fast, and I can see him being RB2 or 3. Well, I can tell you here. I can tell you right here, ladies and gentlemen, that the Dallas Cowboys, one of those things that we can really pay attention to is that the Dallas Cowboys always find a diamond in the rough. And you can definitely pay attention to somebody that's undrafted that's going to make some noise and make some moves over here. Yeah. So let's go. I got Coach Marv that's on the hotline for your mind. You're live on the Nation, brought to you by Rogue Shop. You're live. Talk to me, Coach Marv.
What's going on? Long time no talk to, man.
No doubt, man.
Been busy trying to calculate a lot of stuff, and very soon I'm gonna get my own station and do my first video in probably the next week or two. So, and I'm gonna calculate some of this stuff I've been hearing and try to give Coach Marv a spin. But let me give you a spin right quick. Yes, we should have a very good football team. Mm-hmm. But we have one problem.
What's that?
And that one problem is mentality. And if we go into this season as a fan base, as a coaching staff, as players, as an organization, saying that we have earned the right to be, we're going 10 games, 12 games, we easily going to do that, we got that, we're going to run into the same problem we always run into big games and crucial times.
Right.
Until we learn how to grind, they can come closer. Earn the right to be champions through the mud. Not talk about what we reserving people for the end, and we got to do this, and we couldn't be there. We need to let it all play out. Work harder than anybody else, and let the chips fall where they may. This is the grind that this team needs to get back to. And until we get back to that grind, until we say we are going to put in the task more than the others, if there's two teams in this league that's played in 4 Super Bowls or 6 championships that work harder than us in the AFC and the NFC, we should say, hey, you're not going to outwork us. And if you're going to do it in a grinding manner, we're going to do it even more. That's how we're going to get to where we're going, because there's no easy way to get to a championship. And Law, you know that. There was no easy way for you to get to be the best YouTube Dallas Cowboys content creators in the world, but you had to grind. It was no easy way. And most people want to copy the success, but run away from copying the plan.
Man. Hey, Coach, that was phenomenal, man, the way you broke that down just a few seconds ago with all of that. And you're right. These guys got to dominate, not just below 500 teams, but when they play against a good team, right? Like week 1, I know for sure that's circled on everybody's calendar, but you got to dominate that game. And I love the physicality that they're going to have to see each other, right? Because this is what it is. Mm-hmm. The Browns are a physical team. The Ravens are a physical team. Hey, Steelers, you know they're a physical team. The Lions are a physical team. The Niners. So this is a good front end of the schedule that you got to face physical teams.
I'm going to leave you with one point, Law. Mm-hmm. I remember last year at the end of the season on the Rich Eisen show, Emmitt Smith and Mike Irvin was on with Rich Eisen. And Rich Eisen was talking about, this was right before the Super Bowl. And Rich Eisen was told the story. He was like, man, and he was like, if Kansas City win the Super Bowl, but he said he went back and he said it was a pivotal point in Kansas City's team last year. They went to London to play the game against the Miami Dolphins, and they was kind of on a losing streak, but they was doing well. They didn't take that road game as a let's get fans in London. He said that they had one of the hardest practices weeks, like a training camp atmosphere.
Mm-hmm.
They only won that game 21-14, but it set the tone of how they were going to have to grind the rest of the season to get to the Super Bowl. Because they went over talented people. They had to do it, and they grind them out, win in any type of way manner. And that's how they won it. Because they didn't play the role that, hey, we supposed to win. They didn't play the role of saying, well, we better than everybody. This team has talent. But without talent, without mentality, always falls short.
Yeah. We got to have the mentality and the mindset. And if you don't have that
work, if you don't see them working, then we know if we ain't out working everybody, it's not going to just come to just because we've been boys. I believe we have the talent, but we got to work more than everybody else. And that's what we have to find out. Do we want to work more than everybody else? And to leave you one last thing, these people ain't signed these guys yet. There ain't no hold up. What's the hold up? You know you're going to spend it. Do they got it? I don't even know if they got it.
That's a good observation. Appreciate you. No doubt. That's Coach Marv, man. And he's been banging on that drum of the Cowboys. They may not have the money. They may not have the money. Yeah. So if the Cowboys really about that life, then go ahead and pony up and pay up. And I guess, June 1st will be right around the corner, and we'll be waiting for it, Of course, the Cowboys cap right now, I think they got 1.5 or 2 million, something like that. So here's the craziest thing of it all. The Dallas Cowboys, if they spend it, they will have it. If you don't spend it, you don't have it. That's the craziest thing of it all, ladies and gentlemen. Pete says we have no money until June 1st. That's why we haven't signed anybody else. Yeah. I mean, those are truths, man. Those are absolute truths right now. And it's crazy. It's crazy how all of that can really be for what it is. Like I said, man, this was brought to you by Rogue Shop, and be sure to check them out. And like I said, when you take a look at them, check out their website. They got a team of analysts there that can help you out if you have troubles with sleeping, you've had troubles with anxieties. If the Cowboys take you there and you need to get higher and get beyond the fact that you are a Cowboy fan, you just need to get a little knock the edge off type of stuff. Click that link. I put it in the description box and check out Rogue Shop, man. Appreciate them for all what they do. Appreciate you. Tony says, man, hey, he rolled out, man. Shout out to you, Tony, man. Appreciate you, man, for all that you do. Coach Marv was the only coach that called in, or the only person that called in today. But before I roll, 657-390-7391, give someone else a chance to call in. I know I'm normally not live. Well, I'm normally live around this time, right? But normally I'm live a whole lot sooner before this time frame. Money can't be freed up until you want to do it. Yeah, shout out to you. Willie Tay, you right. Willie is right with his assessment. He's flat out right with his assessment. That's what I'm going to say. Willie, you right. Yeah. My thing is, hear me out. The Dallas Cowboys, they just need to sign an interior guy. We raise the blade thin. If not, we're going to have to put Coach Jeff in there. Jeff Z. I can't say his last name. It's weird how you say his last name. But he's the only guy, you know. And I think from a mental mindset, the good thing that we got Greg Ellis, who's used to play for the Cowboys. I think that he's going to bring mental toughness to the table. You got Paul Gunter, who's a lot of people saying that he's an underrated signing. He's going to get these boys humming. So, you know, and then we already know Al Harris. Al Harris looked like, shoot, he can fight. Al Harris look like he can still, you can line him up out there and he can do something for you. All right, we got from the 210, you in, my dog, Doc. You're live from the 210. Talk to me.
Hey, what's up there, Law? How you doing?
Oh, man, all is well. Talk to me.
Say, I got that information. I don't know if you ever got it or not. But I was telling you about this dude talking about their contracts. It's called Commissioner of Gaming.
Yeah.
Did you check that out?
Yeah, I checked him out. Yeah, I checked him out. Yeah.
What did you think about what he was saying? You think it made any sense?
It made a lot of sense. And I'm hoping, I'm banking that, you know, he's right about his approach there. Real good assessment, good homework too.
Oh, you're like I said, I stay on top of my Cowboys, man. I stay on top of my Cowboys. Everything I can find, you know.
Yeah.
Everything I can find. And bring up one other thing. Did you know that our boy Dak is he's number 3 all-time passer in Cowboys history, you know.
Yeah.
And if he don't do it this year, it'll be next year that he's gonna be number 1 all time.
Exactly.
So I can understand why these people want to get rid of Dak Prescott. They're just plain haters. That's all I got to say for the day, though. That's all I got to say for
Appreciate
the day.
You, Doc.
How about them Cowboys, though?
How about them boys, man? That's my guy, Doc, for the 210. All right, from the 530, what do you know, man? You're live on the Nation.
Is this Law?
Yeah, this is he.
This time I didn't mess up. Last time I was bull sugaring around. How you doing, Law?
Man, I'm well, man. What's good with you?
Man, good to hear you. Good to talk to you, man. I just wanted to call in, show some love and support. Like always, appreciate you for doing your thing for us on this channel. And thank you, bro.
Man, I thank you, man, for showing me love and support and adulations and all of that stuff, man. I appreciate you.
Man, so fire, but I'm so excited for this season. And, man, the Cowboys been doing, I think we've been doing wonderful things that a lot of people tend to critique and not appreciate, like Mike Zim, first off, giving Al Harris the assistant head coaching job, first off, give him a couple snaps like you were saying. You can play 3 or 4 out there if we want, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hey, Dak's going to get paid. He's one of the best quarterbacks, if not the best, I believe, in the league. Besides, we know who number 15 is on the red team over there.
Yeah.
But CeeDee's going to get paid. Micah's going to get paid. We don't got to worry. I mean, I'm thinking it possibly does take time for some of these contracts, the fine print to be all legalized, in my opinion.
Yeah, it takes some time. Yep.
I believe it takes some time. That's a lot of money that CeeDee's about to get.
Tons
and Micah for surely. But I just wanted to know what do you think on what do you think in the Cowboys front office and how things are starting to line up?
Well, I'm looking at it like they got a philosophy, a principle that they live by, and they're not finna switch that up at any time. And that's okay. Yeah. I get it. So what we got to do is reserve our anger.
Yeah.
Reserve anger. If they don't do anything, then we know for sure, okay, they 10 toes down on who they already have, which they already said to us anyway. They like their guys. But but my goal is not to beat up. See, that's what people fail to realize. They think I'm only a cheerleader, right? Or I'm only the Kool-Aid guy. My goal is not to beat down the people that we have, right? But also call out the people that I want, right? That's just how it goes.
Yeah.
I still want X, Y, and Z, but I'm still going to appreciate what we got.
Yeah, like I love JT. We got JT. Tolbert's about to make a big leap. I can feel it. How we got Tyler Guyton about to be jumping to left tackle. Cooper Beebe, beast. Maris Luafau, man, brilliant boy. What do you mean, DeMarvin Overshown and our boy Diggs coming back from the injuries? Come on now, Mozzie got his weight back up. Come on now, we got too much to be excited about for all this other. We ain't doing it enough. I mean, the season hasn't even started. Preseason hasn't started.
Right. You don't know.
Training camp.
Yeah,
OTAs
right.
are just barely starting.
Right. We might have a guy like I heard Crooms, man. I heard that he's been running and killing people out there on the field, right? And I got an insider guy that was telling me about this linebacker that y'all need to be looking out for. He wears 57. So, and I like what I'm hearing. You know, all we just need to do is just put it together. You know.
Yes, and with Kendricks putting it, I mean, it seems like a lot of stuff that we were a little disappointed about last year with Dan Quinn's DQs, defense, whatever was going on with the hybrids. Right. I was trying to keep an optimistic mind about having Marquise Bell back there and the things that, I mean, maybe that was what he only had to work with. Maybe the front office wasn't giving him some things, but I'm not gonna bash DQ salute over here. But I'm glad he's gone.
Yeah, no doubt.
I'm glad he is gone. Man, I just want to say that I'm super excited. CeeDee's gonna get paid. Happy birthday, Micah, the other day. You know what I mean? Over there doing his sumo thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh man, I appreciate you though, bro, for real, and thank you for everything you're doing. You keep me tapping in, no matter what. I had to unsub from a couple of some other people. I won't speak names, but you know what I mean. I'm still messing with the fellow few that are, in my opinion, the goats.
Hey man, I appreciate that, man.
And you are that goat to me,
man.
Damn,
I appreciate that.
Dak Prescott, that lady, right, man. She's gonna realize too who the GOAT is.
Oh man, you know, she different, man. She weird, man. She different, weird, man. I got a chance to listen to her podcast, her and the other Taylor.
Yeah.
I mean, God help them, man. They gonna forever be. They probably be about 60 and 70 before they find something that can satisfy them. Because they got some high, crazy standards, man. But
man, crazy standards. I share the same last name as her too. I mean, she shares it with me, and I'm thinking to myself, what? Come on now.
Come on.
Oh man. Yeah. I love the last. I'm not gonna bash her for the last name, but hey, it is what it is. Sometimes we are the most popular, one of the most popular sports teams, and man, I love being a fan of the Cowboys.
Yeah.
I love all the shit. I'm over here in South Lake Tahoe, California, so I'm right in Niner territory. When I wear my Dak Prescott jersey, boy, and my stuff over here, people be, you know what I mean, looking at me all crazy.
Yeah.
But it's Cowboys for life over here. My dad, we're from San Marcos, Austin, Texas. You know what I mean? Right. Texas stand up salute. So I'm not gonna stop repping the Cowboys. For life.
Man, let's go, man. Appreciate you, man. And hold. Let me hear you say it all the way, man.
Ooh, how about them Cowboys?
How about them, baby? Let's go, man. Let's go. Let's go with it, man.
Damn!
Man, it's always good, man. Law, did you see Joy take on Tua getting paid? Nah. What did she say, man? What did she say? You know. But all I know is with Joy and Taylor and all of them, hey, if you got a few dollars, man, you can holler. You know what I'm saying? That's just all I'm saying. If you got a few dollars, you can holler.
Damn!
Yeah. Nah, but what did she say on Tua? Did she want Tua to get paid? She's a Miami Dolphin fan, right? I don't know how old she is. I know she ain't in her 40s, right? They haven't won a playoff game in 23 years. That's more than half of her age, because I think she probably was born in the 90s. She like a 90s chick. I think that her whole entire life, she haven't seen the Miami Dolphins do anything. She said, pay Tua? Good. Great. Dre Maddox says, pay me, you know. Pay me. You know, I feel you, man. Yeah. Oh man, she is satisfied with our playoff wins, but we can barely talk because what we got in 2 wins, how many playoff wins we got since '95? 4 playoff wins. We don't have a lot. We don't have a lot here. Yeah. Posey says a '90s chick. Yeah. Joy is just a follower. I feel you, man. But she said her mom is a Cowboys fan. So salute to her mom. So whenever I see Joy, I just think of her mom, Yeah. We got more than the Dolphins. There you go, Louis. Yeah, old Booby Taylor. Boy, I love it. I love it, man. Appreciate everybody for chiming in and tuning in to these episodes, man. It's always great. Hearing you guys, seeing you guys in the comment box, and for those who call in and everything, we really appreciate y'all, man.
Goodbye.
Yeah, we're gonna shut that phone line down, and yeah, stop getting pimped out. Yeah, we need to, man. We need to. But I just want to tell y'all, man, do me a huge favor. If you're first time ever watching, hit the like. Share this content. Joy is 37. Okay, she's 37. Appreciate you, Future Vision. So she's still young. She's still young. Okay. So that's yeah. So damn. So if it's been 23 years. 37 minus 23 that's 14. That's 14. So she was 14 the last time. So when y'all see George Taylor say, Law said the last time y'all won a playoff game, girl, you was 14. You were 14. Shoot. Yes, indeed. She was 14 years old, man. So shoot. She wasn't even sweet 16. She was 14. So when y'all see Joy out there and she talking noise about our Cowboy team, y'all need to say, hey, Joy, what's up? What's going on, lady? Yeah. Girl, did you know you were 14? Last time your team won a playoff game. So you need to hush. Yeah, you need to hush. Tell her, you know what I'm saying? You didn't have none of that stuff you got now. You were 14. You just turning 14 today. You're 13, 14-ish. Appreciate y'all, man. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. And y'all let Joy know, but don't let Joy take your joy away from you, Don't let Joy take your joy away from supporting this team, rooting for this team, and being a Dallas Cowboys diehard. Now, don't let her do that to y'all, man. I know some of y'all allow her to do that to y'all, but don't let her do that to y'all on the Dallas Cowboys heading into this season, ladies and gentlemen. And some people like, hey, Law, but what about me? I was born in 2000, man. I wasn't born when the Cowboys won. Well, don't let that be a distraction too then, Cowboy Nation, as we depart, as we leave, yes, it's Riggs. But don't shy away. I'm going to keep the faith. Now, I saw T. Foster in the chat. Appreciate him. He said he's leaving because he said I am a Kool-Aid guy. And I think that most people don't understand the nature of what people say about the Kool-Aid. Hopefully, a little later on tonight, we can talk about that. You first got to measure your Kool-Aid. All of you guys that's fans should drink of the Kool-Aid. But first, you got to measure it. You just don't drink blindly. So that's why it's so important for me to go out to training camp. That's why it's so important for me to watch film. And that's why it's so important for me to uplift and motivate those who need to be motivated. That's why I said what I said. It would be no good for me to bash the ones that we have and never give them a chance. To never give them an opportunity, but for me to quickly say, oh man, Rodgers, you gonna be trash. Or for me to quickly say, oh man, Ryan Flo, you can't catch. For me to say to those who was on this team last year, to say, man, you're gonna suck this season. You're gonna get swallowed up this season. No.
Swallowed up.
No. But it is for me to say, I'm looking at your skill set. These are the things that I know that you are capable of doing because I saw you did it once before, you can do it again. It's for me to say, drop another ball, James Washington, you know. And I'll have you playing football at Pelican Bay shoe program, right? Nah. And James Washington is not here. But there could be somebody great right here that's developing that no one knows. The stone that was rejected become the chief's cornerstone by the builder. There's always that. But there's always rules and laws and regulations. Principles. I'll read the scripture. Samuel passed away and Saul was here. Saul was here. And Saul ran off all of the medians in that area. He ran off everything. And he saw the enemy setting up camp close by. And he was sweating like R. Kelly at an all-girls camp. He was sweating like P. Diddy once they hand over those tapes. Like my guy T.D. Jakes once they handed over those tapes. Oh my goodness, he was starting saying, hey, I'm not in this area. He was sweating. So he had to put on a disguise and go to the next city over to find a median. And said, hey, I need some help. Help me. The enemy is here. To make a long story short, he had to shake up and wake up the dead. Hey, Samuel was like, hey, who woke me up out of my slumber? I need to get my rest here. But then the information came that because you didn't do what you're supposed to do, you will be joining me in a few hours. So what I'm trying to tell y'all, ladies and gentlemen, take care of business the first time. Take care of business the first time. Take care of business the first time, baby. And you don't have to worry about the consequences and repercussions. You see, there was a command that you have to follow God's law, and the law will always be the law. No one is above the law. He told you to smite everybody, not leave a few. And Saul thought that, hey, he was smart by leaving a few. And I'm telling you, right now, when you get the information of what you're supposed to do, if it is to fix the front five, you fix the front five. If it is going out there finding that veteran right now, go find that veteran. If it is bringing in a veteran for a defensive tackle role, find that defensive tackle. Because if not, consequences and repercussions will be at your door when you're least expecting. When you're trying to run off everybody, and then when you try to bring them back, they will remember you. It don't matter what kind of disguise you are in. They say truth is stranger than fiction. It is. But verily, verily, I say to you, if you stay true, even in its weird state, you wouldn't have to go around waking up the dead for the answer, because you already know it's right here. Cowboy Nation, stay true. Don't be like Saul. Let's go, Cowboy Nation. That's been my time. I really thank you all for yours. And remember, I paraphrased a few of those things, but you got to read it yourself to really understand what I said anyhow. That's been my time. I really thank you all for yours. And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best. Good luck, team. Yeah.
Give me my thing, you.
Oh, and this is my tidbit. TC on the drums, man. TC on the drums. He said, thank you, Sir Law, and thank you, veterans. Appreciate you. But here's my thing on luck. Jay Lombardi said, put good luck to this team. I like what Jimmy Johnson said. Luck is when preparation meets opportunity. Now, you can find out the original person who said it, but I just know for sure Jimmy Johnson would always say, hey, luck is when preparation meets opportunity. So you got to be prepared for your mind. You got to be prepared for the moment and opportunity. Hey.
Ready?
Kind of check the song.
Run from it. Destiny arrives all the same.
Hey. And roll.
Lately, I just wanna run it up. Need them ones, I need them fives. Need them tens, I need that change to the cent. I'm losing size. Greens and pinks, it's all the same. I still save and roll my change. Take some losses when I play.
Charge it to my game, baby.
I'm with L, yeah, I'm with T Black, I'm with Reverend now.
Who will law? Put law in the chat, baby.
I'm with Chuck and now.
Hey.
Still the same, not switching sides. Now it's about loyalty. You switch sides off for the bag, and that's worth more to me.
Hey.
I mix Nike with designer, I experiment. You just rock what's on the shelf, and I'm not feeling it. Search for the one, but baby girl, it's nothing real as this. Can't trust a soul, I keep a hammer.
Call it too legit, baby.
I've been really in the field, little rush, I love the feel. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Don't need no deals, I make the deal. I have to take it to a meal. Lately, I just wanna run it up.
Snap, baby. Oh my goodness, man.
Check the song.
Did y'all hear about that breaking news? Oh, snap. I cannot believe it.
We answered, I talked stuff, I thought we had it, but it goes to show you who's a better team, and I'm sticking Cowboys.
You're crying.
I'm hurt. I love my Eagles. I don't believe it.
You gonna flap the hat one more time for the Eagles for the hard fight they did?
Let's go Birds, fly, Eagles fly. Still Super Bowl champions now.
Yeah.
Get your up there, contain the damn ball!
Contain the ball, baby!
Too many missed tackles, let's go! We're too damn soft. I just hate mistakes. I hate mistakes.
Oh my goodness. Let me get on up out of here, man. One love, man. Hey. Nobody should hate that, ain't it right? Who hates that? Who hates that?
Nobody, baby. Nobody. And who can do it like me? Who can give you what you need?
Come on, baby.
Who can do you all night long? Nobody, baby.
Oh, wow,
Original, they never will be.
Oh my gosh, man.
Damn, Dak Prescott.
Swallow that.
more time, man. You know, I just love picking at them. They the best fan base to pick at, man. A third of them follow me, so I know they be getting a chance to hear. One more time.
Go Birds! Let's go Birds! ELGS, Eagles! We're looking great.
I be on. Shout out to Drunk Dak Lover. Undercover, Ed. Got a drunk Dak Lover in here. Boy, I can't make this stuff up. Come on with it. Yup. Get it, Trayvon. Get it, Trayvon. Shoot. He's going to be the Washington team best receiver. Watch. Shout out to you, J Business. Unlucky, appreciate you.
Don't let the street lights hit you.
Don't let them hit you, baby.
You know it's dangerous to go alone. Don't let the street lights hit you. Can I be your player too? I'll follow wherever you go, whatever you do. Play it too.
Watch this catch one more time, though. Watch this catch one more time. Diggs, dig him. But watch this catch right here, though. Dang. Hey, y'all better stop playing around with Ferg. Y'all better stop playing around with that boy. You better stop playing around with that boy. Boy. Until next time.
All I ask is when you lay your head on that pillow at night, you know I gave you everything I had. I gave you everything I had.
Fly on.
That boy good.
Please come home. I got beans and bologna.
That what y'all was saying, man, when I didn't go live these last 3 days. Y'all was like, hey, Lord, man, beans and bologna.
Come home. I got beans and bologna.
Lord, come on home, man. I got beans for you, man. Yeah.
See, when you invest in something and you hustle and you work for something, you got a different type of attachment to it. You're going to have a cold day in hell for somebody to try to take this from you. We live by this, we die by this. We don't surrender, we don't retreat. Every man must search his own soul. I listen to that quote every morning.
I want to get mine out the mud. I want mine out the dirt. I don't want no handouts. I don't want no celebrity to co-sign me and somebody to see me in the street and say, I remember when such and such put you on. No.
It may sound harsh, but I'm going to beat myself up so the world can't beat me up. Because the world is a cruel place. It can be a beautiful place if you allow it to be. Once your perspective changes, that's when miracles happen. What else I got to conquer so I can get to the next level? What else? There's always going to be giants at the gate. If it ain't rough, it ain't us. Let's go. Wow. So it ain't like, why me? It's like, why not me? Let's do it. The flowers don't chase the bees. The flowers just off.
Riggs! I'm back, baby! Get you over this, Riggs.
They can come closer than close. Yeah.
We about with time for real, baby.
Original, they never will be.
Not the one who made the rules, right? Do it, left, do it, right, do it, left, do it, right, do it.
Until next time, we about peace.
Hey, ain't nobody calling me, texting me, paging me, asking me, are you still in ball?